what's happening, guys? Just recently Variety.com reported that Amy Pascal is about to resign from her current position as Sony Pictures co-chairman. Now this news hit the internet like 24 hours ago, and I've already been asked on Twitter and Facebook what do I think it means for Spider-Man, what do I think it means for Spider-Man's franchise. Does it mean that Spider-Man will join Marvel now? I will give my brief insight as to what I think it means. First of all, Amy Pascal does not leave Sony Pictures Entertainment. Variety reports that she is about to start her own production company, which will still be in division of Sony Pictures Entertainment, so she does not leave Sony Pictures Entertainment. This is what should be clear. That's what Variety told us, that's what Variety reported first. Later on, a bunch of websites, articles made it look like she leaves Sony and, you know, woo, Spider-Man joins Marvel. What? Spider-Man doesn't join Marvel, nothing like that has been reported. That being said, let's first of all, the reason she leaves her current position as co-chairman is more of a political reason. From all the leaked emails from early December, when this whole Sony Pictures hack attack happened, plenty of some insulting and little bit disgusting emails, conversations from Amy Pascal. Like, she insulted a bunch of celebrities, she insulted Barack Obama, a little bit of a racist emails there, and she also called Angelina Jolie some nasty words, and she did that with a bunch of other celebrities. So definitely she felt ashamed, she had to apologize to everybody she insulted in her emails, but still that's not enough. Apparently, with one apology, Sony Pictures Entertainment and probably the bosses over Japan, Sony bosses, weren't really pleased that a person who insulted half of the Hollywood, the president of United States, should stay a co-chairman of Sony Pictures Entertainment. Sony Pictures will continue to distribute films. They are one of the few major Hollywood studios out there, so I don't really see how her being co-chairman will attract more celebrities to sign for movies, to sign contracts for films which will be distributed by Sony. All the celebrities who she insulted, it definitely could damage the whole business, it definitely could damage the relationship between the other studios, between other stars and actors and whoever, you know, whoever was insulted in all these emails. So she gets resigned, but she's still part of Sony Pictures, and it was just a political move. That being said, Amy Pascal was the one who actually wanted to proceed with the Sinister Six. She really had lots of interest in expanding Spidey's universe. From all these emails, we actually got to know that Amy Pascal wanted Andrew Garfield to stay as Spider-Man. She wanted to keep him. Who knows, maybe this production company, you know, she's about to open. By the way, Avi Arad did the same thing, kind of like when he left Marvel Studios back in 2006. He opened his own production company. I think it's called Arad Productions. That's a common practice in terms of you know, if she leaves her current position, she doesn't get fired, she just gets another position, another type of job in the same company in Sony Pictures Entertainment. So maybe her production company will be actually serving as a platform for the future Spider-Man films. Variety did report the same day that her new production company, which will be funded by Sony Pictures Entertainment actually for like 4 years, upcoming 4 years, she will actually produce the upcoming Ghostbusters female reboot film. And of course any of the future Spider-Man films, which doesn't really confirm that there will be future Spider-Man films from Sony Pictures Entertainment, obviously, but still it is mentioned that if there will be, she will most likely be somehow involved in it. Will she have some sort of a voice, some vote effect on the possible another negotiations with Marvel, between Marvel and Sony? We don't know that yet. But Variety also reports that there are already a few candidates, most likely candidates for replacing her as a co-chairman, such as Doug Belgrade himself, the president of Columbia Pictures, and Tom Rothman, Michael DeLuca, and Jeff Robinov. Honestly, none of them have anything to do with Marvel Studios. So Doug Belgrade joined Sony back in 1989, became the co-president back in 2003, and became the president of Sony Pictures Motion Picture Group didn't really have that much of a decision making in terms of the let's say the reboot, The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. So it's honestly at this point it's up to Avi Arad, it's up to even Matt Tolmach. It's more of these guys, the other guys who are actually in control of Spider-Man. That being said, the reception of The Amazing Spider-Man 2 could have already changed the way they're actually thinking, probably most likely did. At this point anybody can try to renegotiate with Marvel just to, you know, save Spider-Man, as people call it right now. On the other hand, Michael DeLuca, the co-president of production for Columbia Pictures, actually from all these leaked emails, one of the conversations between him and Amy Pascal was revealed. In that conversation he said, let's just remember, quote, "I really feel in my heart of hearts that the new Spider-Man in Captain America Civil War could just appear in his own film, be it Sinister Six or a kick-ass Spidey film of his own, after that intro in Captain America Civil War, and people would be cool with it." So DeLuca is more leaning towards Spider-Man joining MCU, you know. So maybe if he replaces Amy Pascal, actually resigns from his current position or takes another position, maybe he will have some sort of influence over the whole negotiations. But they don't have that much time. They either have to announce Sinister Six or they have to get Spider-Man into MCU. It's just a matter of time, really, a matter of months at this point. With all this silence from Sony, it's actually a good piece of news. If you think about it, we've got just a few months until we will really know something. Even if they won't announce anything with Spider-Man regarding Spider-Man, we'll still know by June, by May, that, you know, if there is no Sinister Six announcements, if they're not starting shooting Sinister Six, there's no pre-production stage about to begin, that's it, Sinister Six is not happening, and Marvel are about to announce Spider-Man joining MCU during San Diego Comic-Con. So it's a matter of time until we'll find out something. If they will keep quiet, we will logically think what already happened to Spider-Man if there will be no releases from Sony. That being said, if you remember a couple of videos ago, I actually said about this email from a person who claims that one of his relatives works for Sony. As I said, these type of emails, half of them were true, half of them were not. During past practice, let's say with The Amazing Spider-Man 2, some people who claim that their relatives who work for Sony actually were true, were legit, and half of them were just scams, just fakes, just people wanted to get some attention. That being said, I got the same email from this person who reported that despite the summit result, Sony are actually continuing with the Amazing Spider-Man franchise. The deal between Marvel fell apart, and Sony are actually waiting for Avengers Age of Ultron to see how it will perform financially, and they're actually waiting for James Bond's Spectre to see how it will perform financially before they will renew some negotiations with Marvel. Now he reports to me that his relative, the same relative, is actually involved with Sony Pictures marketing, and that they're actually making some preparations for the Sinister Six marketing campaign. He also said that it's unknown if it's true or not, but they might start shooting already in April. That's the Sinister Six. Once again, take it with a bucket of salt, take it with a grain of salt, but still I feel like reporting this type of stuff, who knows, maybe they're actually true, you know. As I said, with The Amazing Spider-Man 2, some of such emails were actually true. Regardless, that's my take on Amy Pascal stepping down as Sony co-chairman, actually getting another job at Sony. Avi Arad is still there, and you know, if it would have been Avi Arad who's stepping down as his position as a producer of the Spider-Man franchise, yes, I guess that would be a bigger piece of news, something truly worth discussing, since once again from all these leaked emails we heard that there was a conversation between the writers for Captain America Civil War, I think, and between Amy Pascal. It was mentioned that Avi Arad is the one who actually a person who might be a problem in terms of the whole Marvel and Sony Spider-Man deal. So Avi Arad definitely wants to continue with Spider-Man franchise, and that's not Avi, that's Amy. She leaves Sony Pictures Entertainment, which means nothing for Spider-Man at this point. Anyway, you can check out, you can read out this article in the description box. Tell me what you guys think, and I'm off for now.